My number 10 needs no introduction because it has no name. Jack White.
Nice.
Hey, guess what? This is for me 11.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Not a save it? You didn't have it.
This was on my top 10 for the longest time.
I really thought it was a save it.
And I bumped it down. It was tough. It's tough. There's going to be a lot of these where I'm just like so heartbroken, but I'm glad it's here. I'm glad it made yours. Let's get into Jack White. No,
it's definitely blue. It's definitely a blue album. It's like blues, kind of like garage rock kind of thing. But it kind of, when I first listened to it, it kind of pissed me off because this is the Jack White we fell in love with the White Stripes. Like this is who we're like, okay, we have to keep listening to Jack White because what if he releases like a good song or two? This whole album is just fucking banger after banger after banger. I love like the vocal effect he has where it kind of sounds like he's using like a shitty mic. And it's like it almost, old. Yeah, like an old mic. And it's like very like grungy. It's loud. It's just like I felt like he did this just to like piss us off. Like he didn't give it a name. He's just like, hey, by the way,
and it's just blue.
Just blue. There's no rollout, nothing.
It's like Blue Velvet, Shout out to David Lynch. It was just loud.
It was awesome. Like the themes throughout are just like it's very like religious. Like there's a lot of like religious like tones in it where he kind of compares like God isn't gonna bless you, so you got to bless yourself, kind of thing. Like it's just like. It really stuck with me and it was very re-listenable, especially working out at the gym or like going on a run. That's like where I listen to it the most. But
standout tracks
for me.
That's How I'm Feeling.
Yeah, That's How I'm Feeling is great. Rough on Rats. Bombing Out is just like starts off hot.
Archbishop,
like going back to the religious theme. Like
one of the best things about the album is if you like one song, you're probably gonna like the whole album. Like it's very cohesive, even though it has different like sounds from song to song. Which is honestly, I ended up judging a lot of albums this year on that criteria, but it's a great fucking album. I feel like he realized he doesn't need to do this like rock and roll Paul Simon like instrumentalist, complicated shit.
I don't think he's gonna like go back to this. I think this was just like a one-off thing just to prove he could,
And he'll go back to being weird and experimental.
You're saying this is basically his if you're reading this, it's too late.
Yeah.
Or it's like, he put out one good thing.
Like
making bad again.
Yeah, one for the fellas.
One of my notes, and this is like my longest bullet point, is that like I think what happens is that he just needs to spend less time on projects. Like he needs to go with like the first thought and run with it. Like this doesn't feel like overproduced. This doesn't feel too like obscure. It just feels
it sounds like he was like kind of drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just jamming. And he just happens to be like the best guitarist on earth.
Yeah. It was crazy. It's just, but
super strong album.
Yeah. He does it so well.
I think what you're getting at though, is that he's such a genius that it's something where he feels like a guy who gets bored easily. And so he just got bored with like rock and roll music. And so he's just like, I want to bring in 14 musicians on a stage with me. Okay, now let's jam and figure out like what to do here. Yeah, and that's where it kind of gets lost in as far as like listenability in the last couple albums, at least for me.
In terms of his strengths, the thing that he is best at by a mile, he's good at a lot of things, songwriting, is his guitar. His guitar tone in particular, like changed. Like he has one of those tones where like only he has it.
It rocks hard.
Yeah, and it gets lost in complicated music.
Yeah,
obviously. It's just like
it's a down the middle, like powerful rock.
Like
record.
that's like in the forefront of these songs again. And that it made me so happy because that's the whole reason I liked White Stripes. I had some issues with their songwriting a lot of the time.
You mostly like them for their drumming.
Listen, I have come to appreciate Meg White as I think there are worse sins in drumming than like underplaying. And I don't think it's ruining too much. But you're right.
Also got to shout out Third Man Records. Yeah. I made the pilgrimage to Detroit. I think was it in 23 or 20? I can't even remember. But if we do end up going to Nashville this year, we got to make the pilgrimage to that location.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I've been.
Oh, to Third Man?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's great. Go. I got a Jonathan Fire Eater t-shirt.
Yo.
Let's go.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, really, really cool spot. I mean, mostly a giant gift shop, but to be honest.
But you get some good shit. You get records.
Cool gifts. Yeah.
All right. That is Danny's number 10. It is No Name by Jack White.